It's your girl, Blue Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said it, she got it. If you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up. Real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She called names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth like, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, it's Blue Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Blue Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bringing truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth, no sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Blue Pac, baby, capiche.
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Blue Pac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bringing truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Blue Pac, baby, where every video got purpose.
Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. I love that. I just love it. Shout out to y'all. Happy Thursday. Oh, Lord have mercy. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Thursday, baby. Listen, y'all. eh, I don't, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay, some of y'all know what's going on or what didn't happen, which is not a big deal, but it's just it's crazy. And bro, let me clear my throat. Or H, if you listening, I got to get on you just a little bit because at this point, I'm convinced that you are literally going to the halfway house, the nutty bin, like the old people say, to get these females. Because it's no, it is no way. It is no way. Okay, we gonna get into it though, y'all. Let me see who we got up in here. Let me see. Hey, sweet queen. Thank you for holding down the chat, my love. Terry Bro in this thing. Shout out to you. Thank you for the copyright and fair use. Who else we got? Let me go down. Epiphany by Tiffany in this thing. Miss Stacy, Jaisha, Miss Charlene. We got Miss Simone, Miss Shatrina. Okay. You say he has a he do. He do. And this is why I always give certain disclaimers and I say certain things so that my message doesn't go over anyone's head. Okay? We're gonna get into it though. Cause I'm gonna make that clear also. Who else? Hey Mila, hey Love Mel, hey Miss Dee, hey Miss Janice, pretty lady, Jazz So Jazzy, Miss Marlena, we got Miss Diane, Miss Dee, Miss Lenora, Miss Denise, a new touch nail and beauty bar. Look at my sister in the building. Shout out to one of the original OGs of the LaTruth saga. Keeping up with the LaTruth. If you know, you know. Shout out to you, my girl. I ain't seen you in a hot minute. It's all love, though. It's all love. I hope you are doing well. Boots on the ground in this thing. Tricey Trice, Miss Jackie, Miss Shalene, Miss Duncan, Scorpio Stings, no more drama. We got Miss Sherry. We got La La the Business, Sweetly Favored, Nana Karen, Miss Angela B, Nita M, Miss Mel Mel, Wakia. We got Miss Janice Rainey, Calm and Collective in this thing. It don't matter. We got, hold on, let me go down. Y'all coming in hot, okay? Shout out to you, Miss Geraldine. Thank you for that blessing, my love. You always come through with the come through. You are appreciated. Miss Patricia, Brown Sugar Bay. Shout out to you. Hey, twin girl. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Nubian Queen. Queen Money Stoke Gang. Miss Ashley. Miss Vanessa. We got Miss Rebecca. Miss Melody. We got Shay J in the building. Miss Deborah. Miss Robin. Miss Green Eye. We got, hold on, let me go down, y'all. It's a lot of y'all in here early. Yes, happy Juneteenth to everybody. Okay. Shout out to us. Admire me, Miss Lady. We got shout out to you, Mila. Thank you for that super sticker. You said, hey Lupac, I'm just adding to your goal. Also, I'm tickled because I heard Laonia is trying to take your advice. Poorly executed though. What, girl? You gotta fill me in. What happened? What did I miss? What did I miss? Because y'all know we had a little distraction, okay? But it's all good in the hood. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, Miss Denise. Hey, Miss Rosalind. Who else? Miss Brandy. We got, let me see, hanging with Miss D in this thing. Sexy Family. Latte. Miss Ilka. We got Jubilee Time. Sabi. We got Miss Christina. Always gotta love and support truth telling and big stepping. Yes, ma'am. Clock it. Hey, Peggy. Who else? Miss Ramona G, discussion board. Miss Lisa in this thing. Miss Nina A. Stokes. You say I was hyped up. Listen, that was your first time hearing my intro though. You ain't been here in a little minute. You don't really be in the saga like old times, but it's all good. Hey Andrea. Who else? Let me see, y'all. Let me go down. Queen Iris, Umika. We got Lakeisha Capricorn Mom. Thank you, Calm and Collective, for the blessing. Yes, y'all. We gotta call it out. And y'all know one thing I always say is you can do two things at once. And if I preach it against Laonia, then it applies to our brother as well. Okay? And I'm pretty sure even in our family, do y'all let y'all kids do anything? Or when they doing something they ain't got no business, do y'all correct it? Because you don't want You want to see a person do better. You want to see them thrive. We don't enable over here. It's when you enable, you are a part of the problem. No, no. If I see something, I'm going. It's if I feel like it. Let me say that because I feel like some things are too sensitive, and he done been through a lot. That man done been through a whole lot. But this I have to speak on because, and it's not a bad. It's not per se a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing to judge him on as far as him losing support or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like chill. Just chill for a hot minute. He don't have to take my advice, but just know it's with love. But I feel like just chill for a hot minute, get yourself together because it seems like you got a target on your back. It seems like women are intentionally coming after you for a specific reason. And you already done been through so much. So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's the cuckoo birds for me. Hey, Miss Judy. Hey, Miss Witty. Who else? Just Jules, my sis Lanika in the building. Love you. Hey, Courtney. Let me see. That the one of the cuckoo birds. Hey, Malibu Genie. Miss Janine, Miss Darlene, Lady J, Cree in the building. Shout out to you, my love. Michelle. We got Miss Simone coming through with the super. Thank you for the blessing. Grow 6565. Miss Jackie hitting hearts. I try to go through it fast, y'all. Y'all see me? Little 2-minute intro. Me formalities, okay? Hey, Miss Marlene. I agree. LaTrue needs to be brought to the front. He's sloppy with this one, my opinion. And y'all are entitled to your opinion. Hey, Miss Sherilyn. Hey, Miss Beverly. Because the thing is, you say, why you pronounce the H-E-L-L out of my name? Yes. Oh, I did. Wakia. Listen, I love when I get y'all names right because some of y'all names be difficult. And I be trying not to butcher, but I be loving when I get them correct. But anyways, shout out to all of y'all. If I keep naming y'all, we going to be up in here with 500 people soon because y'all know how it goes. The chat gets crowded, baby. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking out with your girl. If y'all would like to bless me monetarily, you can cash at me $Lupac2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a little goal set of 15. It's not mandatory, but it it's greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. Okay. So if you ain't watching the ads, you do have an alternative way to support, by getting a super. And hit that like button, y'all. If you can watch those ads though, because that's how we get paid. If somebody telling you something else, they lying. Okay. Tell them to turn off their ad revenue and let me know if they still get paid. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. Because if you don't turn them ads on, you are not getting paid. Period. And definitely hit that like button because that's free 99. You can't be free. But anyways, let's get into it, y'all. So last night, now here go my phone. It never fails. And I want to show y'all something too, because I don't know how many of y'all remember, but Neo Tarot did a reading on RH a few months back, and she called it. She said that it was some ladies in the midst of his energy, basically, and he needed to watch his back. Okay, she called this out, y'all, and it was a lot of people that were skeptical, and they was like, "Man, it can't be Miss Season. It can't," and it was not. Now we know who it was, but it's just real crazy because it's like I cannot respect a female who does things like this. Like it gives motive, it gives plot, but I also have to, scoot some of that accountability towards our age because at the end of the day, you have to be cautious. You didn't been through a whole situation with your wife. If that ain't got you on high alert, I don't know what will. To show you how some females are grimy and will give it up, baby. Like this is a crazy situation. But and shout out to Miss Season. Shout out to her because at the end of the day, now I'm gonna speak to what somebody said in the chat when they said, RH did say he was single or whatever, right? I did hear him say that he was single and he was working on himself and he did not want to get into a full-fledged relationship no time soon, at least until he gets himself back to where he needs to be, because he likes to be the provider in the relationship. And that's respected, because a lot of men won't give, they won't give that much, as far as, they'll pretty much lead the woman on and blase. So hold on, y'all. All right, my bad. So I had to cough. I didn't want to be coughing all on y'all, so I had to mute. But what was I saying? Shout out to Miss Season, because I feel like she could have came out and did what some of these other women did, but she didn't. And I gotta respect the woman who has enough respect for themselves to not do things like that. Because at the end of the day, the internet is nobody's friend, regardless of how you feel in that situation. And let me say this, because I think a lot of people get it misconstrued. But Miss Season put in the chat last night that her and RH are good. So please, nobody run with the narrative that there's a problem there, because she said herself that they are good. I even heard that she said something along the lines of, he has her soul or whatever. So, I just don't want nobody running with a narrative that it's an issue or a problem. But yeah, I got a lot of respect for her. And I personally feel that if you do decide to get married one day, consider the woman who was there when you was down and out. Consider the woman who had your back when nobody else did. Consider the woman who didn't care about your finances when you was really down and they was still holding it down. That's the type of things you look for in a woman. You got to look for that woman who don't care about the glitz, the glamour, the fame. The woman who gonna still hold it down regardless if you straight or not. That's the wife right there. That's the wife. So keep that in mind when you do make a decision to settle down. I don't know their situation, y'all. I don't know if they're in a relationship, not in a relationship. I don't know, because at the end of the day, stuff like that I don't too much care about, because he don't put his business on the internet. What was done last night was done by a perpetrator, okay? A cuckoo bird. So, this is crazy. This is crazy. And I think when women do stuff like that, they don't realize how it makes them look. Like, girl, you made yourself look bad. Like, what did she think she was gonna get out of releasing 1,000 emails, like, or whatever it was, voice recordings between him, her? I don't know. And she didn't like the fact that I called her a stalker. This was a couple lives ago, y'all. So she didn't like that I called her a stalker, but it's giving that type of energy. People label you based off of what they see, baby. And if this lady, because I did hear something about you emailing, I'm speaking directly to Simone. I did hear something about you emailing Miss Season, and she told you to stop. Once a person tells you to stop, what would you call that? What would you call that? If you emailing her without her permission, that's direct contact. That is considered direct contact and harassment. If you got her personal information and you reaching out to her and she tell you to stop, that is crazy. But child, it's given that she's still hoping that it's something there. But once you do the ultimate betrayal, you that's a wrap. Okay, like you can't come back from something like this. Shout out to Dawn, because I heard that on her live earlier where she said, I hope you wasn't thinking that it was gonna be something after the fact, because like the old people say, baby, you didn't told your draws. Okay, you didn't told them draws. Like, you can't come back from this. That is crazy. Thank you, Saxby, for the super sticker. Hey, Miss Floria. I seen another one. Hold on, y'all. Let me go down. But I gotta let y'all hear this, because that's the first thing that came to mind whenever all of this was going down. I thought about Neo Tarot because I was like, she just did a video not that long, well, a couple months ago, where she was saying our age needs to be careful. And lo and behold, this gonna blow y'all mind though. Thank you, Lanika. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Miss Donna. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. I appreciate y'all. Please hit that like button. Thank you, A Stokes, for being an 11-month member. Um, I can't respect nothing like that. I just can't respect it. Because at the end of the day, as a lady, regardless of the situation, you don't bring your business to the internet, period. You don't bring your business to the internet. Y'all know I speak on that all the time. I do not like when people put their business on the internet. And that go for anybody, especially if you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage, because the internet is nobody's friend. And I say that all the time. Even though it's giving a little cuckoo birdness, but RH, you got to do better. You got, as far as the pickings, let me say that. And mind you, like I said, I gotta make it clear, he didn't bring this out here, y'all. But this is what happens when you deal with certain type of females. Not saying he would have known or expected her to do this, but you gotta be more cautious because you already done had a situation where your own wife did it to you. So that should have had you on your P's and Q's just in itself. Like, you know, it's crazy. Even Dawn said, bro, I gotta Dawn say, bro, I gotta call you out because how you keep picking the same cuckoo bird is crazy. Like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I thought it stopped at the baby mamas. It's like Miss Season, the only level head one. That should be a sign also. Because this is crazy. And this is another thing too. Not just for our age, but for men and women. And y'all know women love harder than men, right? Women love harder than men. A lot of times men will go into a situation thinking that it's, it's cool. We friends with benefits or whatever, however they rocking. And a lot of times women grow attachment through actual relations. So you gotta be real careful because depending on the sign too, depending on the sign, you might have somebody that fall head over heels just off of y'all having actual relations. And that's what it's seeming like happened, and she can't let go of the situation. Like she just on a different type of time, baby. But you gotta be real careful because you can be leading a person on, and that not be your intentions, but that's what is given to that person. Like that's crazy to me. And to the person that I blocked earlier, let me say this. Let me read that comment before I play this video for y'all. So somebody came in my comments earlier, and mind you, one thing I'm big on when I actually catch it, because I don't really read the comments because it be so many of them, unless we actually in the live stream. But I always go look at the page depending on the type of comment it is, right? So it just so happened I click on the page and the page was created 14 minutes before they commented on my post. So that alone was a red flag for me, and it made me look at intentions. So then I proceeded to read the comment, right? And the person said, which I said, because I made a post on my community wall and I said it wasn't a bad comment, but things like that make me look at intentions, because if you know you ain't putting a bad comment, why would you go create a page just to put that comment? It make me feel like you don't want your identity to be known. That way, if the convo goes left, you can insult, but that person can't insult you back because your identity is hit. We ain't doing that. And that's why I said, that's why I blocked you, but I'm going to answer your question because it is a good question, but it's without logic. So the person said, did it ever occur to y'all that he might be the common denominator? Like, let's be real. He's not that big or rich for people to just keep making up stories about him. The stories must not be a lie. People heard stories about Diddy for years and said it was a lie, and come to find out it was all true, right? First of all, that wasn't a good comparison because Diddy is a whole different type of beast. Secondly, I feel like your question lacks logic because it's one thing if we go off of receipts over here. We go off of receipts. So, it could be believable if there were actual factual receipts to back up these stories. And I hate the fact that people think because multiple people say something about a person that it means that they're guilty or it has to be true. No, it could also mean that they all lying and they all trying to get some clout. That could be true also. And no, he's not that big, but that's another thing. You can't say, oh, because he's not that famous or that big that it must be true. That lacks logic also. Y'all be saying the craziest stuff, like we go off of receipts. Every person that then came out here and made some type of allegation, we broke it down. We broke it down. All y'all got to do is go back and look at the receipts, look at the videos, and that will answer your question. Everybody ain't honest. Everybody ain't genuine. Everybody don't have morality and integrity. Everybody don't have that. Everybody wasn't raised to do the right thing. And that's the most unfortunate part of it all. But to just think because multiple people saying something about one person that it got to be true is crazy. Because it could very much be untrue also. It's 50-50 when you're dealing with these type of situations. But that's why I say it like logic, because we didn't broke all of this down. We didn't broke all of these people down, baby. Okay? And even with the whole Simone situation, when you really look at that situation, it's like, what did he actually do? What did he do besides deal with her actually, and that's it? It ain't no abuse in that situation. It ain't no essay in that situation. It's just a female who had relations with that man and decided to come out here and put the business on Front Street. That's it. That's all. So I don't know why it's being made a big deal anyway. That's the crazy part. Like, he don't owe her nothing. If anything, she made herself look crazy. Because when you do stuff like that, and it's unfortunate because the playing field is not equal when it comes to men and women. But a lot of times when women do stuff like that, it makes them look crazy, not the man. Not the man. I don't know what she thought she was going to gain from that, but that wasn't a good look, baby. That wasn't a good look at all. Okay? Period. All right, let me go down. But I hope I answered that person's question, whoever that person was that made that page 15 minutes prior to. Y'all don't have to do that, bro. Like, y'all ain't gonna be drug over here. We don't do that. We grown. On POC platform, we are grown. That type of question, I would have answered that with no problem. But it was the intent behind it. Like, the red flag was, why did you go create a page to ask that? So that, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. But that's weird behavior to me, and it's unnecessary. It really is. What's up, corporate thug and Mika? Shout out to you, my love. Yeah, but RH, you better be careful moving forward. You say I told him he picked slow ones except Miss Season. That's what it's given. We don't know about no others. Now I heard he was a player back in his day, okay? But that came from the ex-wife. Because I remember a video she did where she was deleting women out of his phone, and she was saying how he was very honest about his relations and this and that. He kept it a buck with her, even though she switched that whole tone up once she got, once Mad Day came. But she said she never met a man that honest before. And that's one of the things that she appreciated about him. But sometimes that honesty can get a little too honest, baby. And you be like, hey, slow it down now. Okay, don't get beside yourself. Oh, Lord. Thank you, discussion board. Thank you for that Cash App blessing, my love. I appreciate you. But I just don't get it, y'all. Like, that was crazy. At this point, it's like, what's next? What's going to come out next? Child, listen. What is next, y'all? What female is next? Let me just say that. Who next? You might as well come on out now. Just come on out now. He hurt your feelings. Y'all had a one night stand, episode or whatever, could just come on. If you gonna put it out there, just put it out there. Don't waste no time. Don't let months pass. If you got something you want to expose, just do it now and get it over with. Because at this point, this year is the year of exposure anyway. So I just don't understand it though. I've never been that type of female. I have never, like, what happened to just feeling a way about a person and moving on because of you feeling that way? Like, what happened to that? What happened to leaving with your dignity? This is crazy. Mila said Aries definitely needs to choose better. La Onya and Sierra were still the worst, followed by Simone. He do. Like, if this don't make him cautious at this point, I don't know what will. Because we don't need no more of that. We don't need no. We just had a whole crackhead out here, a prostitute. We just had to deal with the prostitute that then disappeared with her identity fraud. Child, she got about 5-6 identities. Now we got this one with the twin pregnancy, allegedly. Oh Lord have mercy. I don't think we can take no more at this point, y'all. Like, bro, tighten up, like my uncle said, tighten up. This too much. This is too much. Stop hurting these. You know what? I'm gonna have to go read that book because at this point, it gotta be something in the book. What? How to be consistently be great in bed? I need to read that book. I gotta read that book, y'all. Something in the milk ain't clean because these women ain't playing. The only one that I can say is moving as if she has class is Miss Season. That is crazy. Like, and that's why I say he needs to consider that later on down. Like when he really decides if he wants to get married again or really get into a committed relationship, that's the one. I'm sorry. You know, you can't pick and choose for nobody, but based on her actions as far as holding him down, y'all, when he was at his lowest, because this has to be his lowest. Everything he done been through thus far. And that lady ain't budge. Do you hear me? So that should tell you a lot. Thank you, Lanika. You didn't hit me with another one. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. You said I'm gonna help my sis get to her goal, baby. Shout out to you. All right, y'all. And thank you, Healing Hearts. Baby, y'all cutting up. Shout out to Rozzy Ozzy for being a member for 14 months. All right, y'all. Let me pull this up. Let's pull it up. Let me see if I can remember which one it was. But y'all, how Armand say that? Y'all gonna gag when y'all hit it. Y'all are going to gag because just listen. Let me see which one it was though. Okay, we got the Robert and Miss Season one. That one was a year ago. I think this one was a little more recent. Let Go of Yesterday, that was 4 months ago. But it was another one. This might be the one where it says, watch out. This one was this one was a year ago, but this could be the one. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Singing the Blues, Robert Hampton. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. I don't think that's it. From Setback to Lucky Break. 9 months ago. This one that says Delays and Sacrifices. Mr. LaTrue. Okay. I think it's this one. The one that says watch out. All right. Wait, where is it? Okay. Did I lose it? Hold on, y'all. Okay, this is it right here. Oh shoot, I should have read my copyright. Dang it. I know I want. Hey Basha, I should have read the doggone copyright. We got 483 in the building, y'all. Please hit the like button for you, girl. Keep me in the algorithm, baby. Okay, keep me in the algorithm, y'all. Okay, let me pull this up. Screen share. All right.
The end to determine for yourself. If you're new here,
I hope this the one, y'all. Oh, and keep in mind, anytime we play another creator's video, we have to give commentary throughout the video. So I will stop it and speak because for copyright purposes. Okay, if you know, you know. But I hope this the right one. I think it is though.
You're welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So let's get into this updated reading for Robert Hampton. Okay. So Spirit is acknowledging in his energy field, there's this energy of being lured out into someone's emotions, only to feel like you've been drowning, only to feel like you cannot survive, only to feel like you cannot get your head above the water. Thank you, Spirit. Now, he was lured out into this emotion as a temptation, a proposal, or of intimacy and a message of love. But there's frivolity and foolishness on that energy as well. Spirit is acknowledging that there was denial, cover-up, trickery, superficiality, and asking the collective, including himself, to take a closer look into as to why you got lured out here and who this is and why this is full of lies. This is just what Spirit is saying, okay? Spirit is also acknowledging in this energy field, he needs to be quiet. It makes me feel like don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing, okay? You need to have privacy and you need to focus on discretion, okay, Mr. Hampton? All right, Spirit is acknowledging also that he is trying to put his boats in the water. He's trying to gain direction. He's following bliss and money. There is water here. It makes me feel like there could be a water sign or this could just be emotional, but he's trying to figure out his next steps, his next moves, okay? In the area of romance, what's going on with Mr. Robert Hampton? Thank you, Spirit. All right, Spirit is acknowledging that whoever he's romantically involved with right now, their eyes are closed, him and her both. So this is all like very fantasy-like. This is all something that someone is manifesting as well, but your eyes are closed. So you're not opening your eyes to your reality, what is really in front of you. You're trying to manifest it to be this beautiful outcome, like a caterpillar manifesting or metamorphosizing, into a butterfly. So this is why they call it the butterfly effect. But in all reality, open your eyes and see what is really in front of you. And I don't think it's a butterfly. Not my business, not my problem. Spirit is also acknowledging that he has this energy of being the pleading man, asking for forgiveness, doing things of which requires someone to beg. Don't leave. Nah, baby. Nah, baby.
I hope this the right one, y'all. I can't remember because it's been a while, but I think somebody said this is the one, but I'm not sure, but it is given that it is. Okay.
No, baby. But let me tell you something. In the middle of the deck, Spirit is saying that there's going to be a time stamp on this relationship. It'll be over here in a minute because it's not your person. It's just not. Okay. Not my business, not my problem. All right. Robert Hampton. What's the T? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. All the cards trying to come out. Okay, Spirit is acknowledging that he's trying to keep a promise with someone, but somebody got caught up. Now, I don't know what this is about. This is a layer energy. Could have been him that got caught up. Could have been her that got caught up. But they was trying to keep a promise, and then somebody got caught up. Okay, got caught finding evidence of getting caught cheating. I mean, this is just a game over for this relationship subconsciously. And this relationship was toxic anyway. This relationship was toxic. He's also fighting off negative energy. He's fighting a spiritual attack, trying to clear his energy and needing to clear his energy of the snake. Okay, so again, he spoiled this person. He gave this person everything, and now he's in his feelings. Again, this makes me feel like this person is sick.
Well, we know,
and it was also a
right
fake friend. Pay attention to this energy. So was you keeping a promise but then finding out somebody was cheating on you, or you keeping a promise and then them finding out that you were cheating on them? You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think this is about, okay? Because you know I don't follow.
Ooh, y'all.
I just do this for y'all, okay? All right, so Robert Hampton.
And what's crazy is this video is from a year ago, okay? This was a year ago this video was done. That is crazy.
All right, energy.
Go ahead.
All right. There's this energy of being an empath. So second time, we feel like this has a lot to do with emotion. I do see a person here with their child. I do see blue, very communicated upon, highly sensitive. And Spirit is acknowledging he's highly sensitive, seeing the good in everyone, gifted, introverted, compassionate, understanding, a strong intuition, problem solving, empathy, self-denial, and give and take. Trying to have that reciprocity, trying to continue that line of reciprocity. I say to the ancestors, I say to the universe.
What did say, Miss
What does the
Judy?
spiritual team want to say to Robert Hampton right now? Thank you, Spirit. No, 2 cards. 1 card, please. Thank you. 1 card, please. Wise guy. Okay. Wise guy. The beloved dead of wise guy is advising you to protect yourself physically, emotionally or spiritually, enter into a current interaction or transaction with extreme caution and eyes in the back of your head. Read the fine print, get a second opinion. Don't head out alone. Accept candy from strangers or walk through dimly lit back alleys. You can also consider this card as a fraud alert. At this time, you can't trust that an individual, an experience, or like a location, has your best interest or safety at heart. Watch your back.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Watch your back.
And y'all know what's even crazier is the fact that the name of this video that she did is called Robert Watch Your Back. Oh, yep, Robert Hampton Watch Out. That is crazy, bruh. And she was saying something about it being two women. That's why I say I don't know if this is the right one, but it was a video that Neo Tarot did where she was saying something about two women being in the midst of a situation with him, and one of them was a snake, basically. That's what she said. That's kind of how the reading went. So I don't know. I don't know if this one is the exact one, but this one is kind of giving it a little bit. But the other one was more direct. I just don't remember exactly which video it was, y'all. So let's finish it up because it ain't long.
Current energy for Robert Hampton.
You talking about La Uña on that part, Brian?
Two cards. Feeling overwhelmed, indecision, and emotional detachment with the Two of Swords in reverse because there's some information that hasn't got out. He doesn't know if he should speak out on it anyway, but there's a lack of education in regards to the situation that he's in. He's just never been here before, so he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should say something or not. So he's just in a crossroads. He's at a crossroads when it comes to this with the Page of Swords in reverse, okay? Subconsciously, Spirit is acknowledging that he is going to overcome these challenges. He is going to move forward. He is going to feel very victorious. He has to change a structured plan, though, and be very determined in this process of moving. Spirit is acknowledging in the middle of the deck that he is still dealing with a troublemaker, someone who's moody and a heartbreaker with the Knight of Cups in reverse, making him feel very emotional. What is Robert Hampton's biggest obstacle? Thank you. Remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. Okay, so inequality, abuse of power, and a scam likely is an obstacle with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, and so this is affecting his business. Having a bad reputation is an obstacle. A lack of focus is an obstacle, and a boring job is an obstacle with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Again, being delinquent is an obstacle. Not speaking up is an obstacle, and a lack of education around this energy is an obstacle with the Page of Swords. Okay. Seriously, there's something else in the middle of the deck. The Temperance card, excess is an obstacle. A lack of self-control is an obstacle. And recklessness in his energy field is an obstacle with the Temperance card again in reverse. What's next for Robert Hampton? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I'm going to ask that question next. Spirit says, good luck. Express yourself, fun, positive vibes, and confidence. And a happy ending is what's next for him. With the Moon card, he still needs to...
I don't know, y'all. I don't think that was the one, though. I don't think that was the one. The one that I remember, I'm going to have to find it. I ain't going to look for it while I'm live because it's going to take too much time. But the one that I remember, she was very, very direct. And she was saying something about him being in the midst of two female energies. And one of them was a snake. You know, basically he needed to watch his back. The reason why I clicked on that one because it said Robert, watch out. Okay. But she was very direct about it. And she was saying that a female didn't have good intentions. You know, I just don't remember exactly which video it was, but it was from a little while ago, a couple months ago, if not a year. Can't wait to hear what happened in seeing the post and delete. Wait, what happened, Key? What post and delete? Y'all be feel as I told y'all, I don't be on here like that. I be watching some stuff, but y'all be knowing more than me. I try to keep it strictly focused on what my sources send me as far as content or whatever. But outside of that, child, y'all be knowing more than Pop. But you say she has one. She has one from 2 weeks ago. Oh, it's thundering. Called Truth and Lies, talking about okay. I didn't see that one. I'm gonna have to watch it. This not it. She said, wait, this not it. And she said he was all innocent. No, she didn't say that. She said some stuff in it, but the one that I'm talking about specifically, she said she was more direct with it. She said he was in the midst of two female energies, and one of them was a snake, and he needed to watch out or whatever because some stuff was gonna be exposed and all of that. I just don't remember what exact because she did a few videos on him, so I don't remember exactly which one it was. But I'm gonna find it. I probably show y'all on my next live, but I gotta go through them to actually see, and I don't want to put y'all through that, child. Okay, I don't want to put y'all through that. But this is crazy at this point. I just feel like, child, if you one of those at this point, just put it on the floor, baby. Just let it go. Put it on the floor. Leave it alone. And RH moving forward, like I said, please choose better, even if it's a friend with benefits. Because he a man at the end of the day, y'all. You can't really just sit there and expect a man to not deal with no females. Who even thought that anyways? Who really thought that he didn't have no female friends? Like, we watch his videos, we see how the women be at him. So to think that he didn't have no dealings or whatever is crazy. Even though some really did think that because they think they look at him a certain way. But it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a crazy situation because, girl, what was you trying to get? Child, maybe she wanted a relationship, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. But please stop picking these women at the cuckoo. Don't listen. Scatter on my court. Do like the old people say, court first. Nowadays they hit it, quit it, court them first to see where they mind at, then move accordingly. Okay, because these women ain't playing, baby. They got some women out here that will smack you just to have your baby or to put something on you or to put your business in the street to blackmail you out of some money. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. So you gotta be careful. But I really thought that he would have learned from the two crazy baby mamas. Like, at this point, I'm geeked out, y'all. Ooh, child, Ham, come see Ham. I am really geeked out. You say he need to stop thinking with the wrong head. Oh, but that's it, y'all. Typical man. We can't really hold our age to a higher standard more so than any other man. More mommy coffee too. Thank you. We can't really hold him. He a man. He's a man at the end of the day. But I don't know. You say LaTrue is a must. Is a must, right, man? What that mean? 88 Brian said these women crazy, the ones I have seen. Let me go up. Let me go up. I thought he had a shrimp. That's what they were saying. I also heard that it was said that Simone said he didn't. That he didn't have a shrimp, child. So I don't this he got something that's making him go crazy. Listen, he got something going on because these women, they out of control. What happened to keeping your business your business? Like, people done got too comfortable on the internet. That is crazy to me. I would be embarrassed to put my business out there because you're not just shaming the person you talking about. You're shaming yourself as well. You're included in what you putting out, baby. It's giving thirst. It's giving thirst trap, thirst bucket. And my thing is for her to even go at Miss Season, clearly you felt like Miss Season was uh top choice, baby, prime steak. Because why was you even going at that lady? Why was you even emailing her consistently? You know what it was? Because RH popped out with Miss Season at the end of the day. People could say what they want, but that man put her on a platter. Okay. He treated her like a queen publicly and privately, apparently, because that's what she said. It wasn't no argument. They didn't get into no argument. They act like they conducted themselves as adults behind the scene and in front of the scene. But that's it's giving jealousy. That's what it's giving. Because in my opinion, anytime a woman start reaching out to another woman because that woman is dealing with a man that she wants, girl, hello Barbara, this is Shirley is that's old school tactics. Ain't nobody doing that no more. Thank you. Don't slam my door. Ain't nobody doing that no more. But I look like it was the second or third one she did. I'ma look for it later because I'll be looking and before you know it, a whole hour done passed. Just me trying. Y'all know how it go when I'm trying to find stuff. Hey to everybody that's coming in that know it, and she said he was all innocent. Who said that? She has. Okay, I read that. But I feel you know what? That it's giving distraction because at the end of the day, I just put out yesterday where Laonya been over there doing her big one subliminally, which she does often. It's her pattern as far as basically trying to get Janasha's attention and let her know how much of a valuable woman she is. I showed y'all that yesterday. Okay, so it never fails. Anytime something happen or something potentially about to happen with Laonya, here goes something about Ari. It never fails, child. You said, but I remember he said he was gonna be celibate. He did, but even if he did say that, that's his business. And who's to say he wasn't for a little period of time? You know what I'm saying? Like people don't have to put their sex life out here, y'all. Come on now. But and to be honest, when Ari said that, I didn't believe that. That's a man. That's a man. I feel like he was just joking. Like he's just saying that to say it. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, I respect the person who keep their business their business. Like, don't put your business on the internet. You know, people for the most part, people put out what they want people to know on you. You hold all the control as far as what's involving you and what ain't. When you put your business out here, when people be vlogging and all of these different things on their lives, they pick and choose what they want to show the world. That's why I don't understand why people be saying, "Oh, um, uh, child, what was I gonna say?" Why people be trying to make it seem like people stopping them from being private or no. Like Beyonce is one of the biggest stars in the world, and we don't know 80% of her business. It is very. They have people. They have women out here, celebrities, real celebrities and stuff like that. That you ain't never seen their kids before. So it is very much possible to withhold certain details about your life or things that you really want to keep private. It's very much possible. It's not impossible. But when you used to drama and you used to negativity, then guess what? Guess what? Don't blame it on the internet trying to say, oh, y'all don't want me to be private or y'all don't want no, don't put that on us. You say it's the cologne too. He better walk on eggshells from here on out. He better do something. Because you got a target on your back, my brother. Like at this point, whew, you know it's bad when you don't know who you can trust. That's crazy right there. Like you can't even nowadays you gotta literally meet up with a person to avoid being recorded because you could be on a phone thinking you in a safe space or you texting back and forth with a person and they literally got a motive. That is crazy, y'all. I have never experienced that until I got in this sector. I'm 37 years old and I have never experienced that. Oh, let me put the business on the internet until I got in this sector. That's why I was like, bro, who do that? Who really get on the phone with somebody? We ain't no PIs. This ain't inspect the gadget. Like what let me record her so I can get some clout or some motion. What? Who doing that for real? That is the weirdest behavior to me, y'all. Like I ain't never seen that before. I Where the real ones at for real? Yes, hit the like button. We got We got 504 in here. Come on, y'all. Run them likes up. Run them. Show your girls some love, okay? Show me some love. We have a consistent packed house. Show me some love. That when I say that, that means that y'all come here to hear me speak, right? Or that means y'all enjoy hearing me speak. Show me some love. I don't ask for much. Like I really don't ask for much. Hit the like button. I'll be setting a little goal of 15. If you can support it, cool. If you can't, that's cool too. But just hit the like button and watch my ads. Definitely do that, okay? But run them likes up, baby. I can tell the True has a big heart. He keeps on picking these crazy species. I probably feel like he can build them. He probably feel like he can build them into something. Child, leave the Build-A-Bears where they at and find you something that's already built. I feel, you know what? To be honest, anybody that has that type of mindset, you gonna drive yourself crazy. If a person ain't grown yet, that's how I look at it. Because building to me is equivalent to being grown or being not being raised all the way. No, that was for your mama and your pappy to do, to finish raising you, and then you come to me grown. We ain't doing that. If that is his intention, uh start find some different intentions. RH, don't do that. Don't go after the female that needs to be fixed. Don't go after the typical female damsel in distress or uh, no. Lead them type. Find you a grown woman like Miss Season. Okay. I love me some her child. I feel like she the one. How does she look? How does she look? There isn't one picture of her. Who, Darian? Hey, Kimberly. Let me go down. Let me go down. Let's see. Thank you, Healing Hearts. Woman to woman, better wait. I sung that song. They don't want to leave that man alone. Just crazy. Um, you said Donnell is not in a relationship with Bree. She just can't accept that. Accept that it's all about the kids. Child, listen. It's about something because you may have a point because that, especially that situation. And let me tell y'all something because I say this is another thing I say all the time. If you are already in a bad relationship, men treat you worse when they feel like you need them. Who can agree to that? They treat you worse when they feel like you need them, right? And the crazy part is if you already in a situation where it's toxic and you are the breadwinner, imagine how the circumstances is going to change when you need to depend on that person for a change. That is crazy. So I could only imagine when it comes to allowing your situation because you've been providing financially throughout the whole ordeal. So for the roles to need to be reversed to where you actually need him at this point because you've been staying at his house a whole lot lately, child. So it's kind of given that you probably done moved in, but it's gonna only get worse. When a ninja is already not a good ninja, he ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. Period. Hey, Tokyo Blues. It's gonna get worse, y'all. I hate to say it, but that's life. People like allowing your love's attention until things don't go her way. Yeah, I took that as a joke too. The crazies looking for a come up. They are. They are. This is their time. This is their time. So you gotta really be careful. You know it's bad when you got women out here that's literally proclaiming or claiming SA, but lying. And one thing that stuck with me about that situation is when I see somebody in the comments say, "Oh, I don't think she lying," because who would lie about something like that? Really? A whole lot. Apparently, a lot of people. And that's the crazy part because you don't think nobody would lie about something that serious. And that's why they do it. Because of that little bit of doubt that, oh, they wouldn't lie about that. That's too serious. That's why they do it. And that's the most unfortunate part about it because you giving people the benefit of the doubt just off the strength that you wouldn't think they would do something like that. But you nowadays you can't put nothing past nobody. You gotta have some receipts, baby. That is crazy. Record, take secret pics, just wow. Yup. Motherfucker be taking pictures. Ooh, I almost cussed child. Be taking pictures while you sleeping. Like, ooh, let me snap this pic. You smiling in the picture and they sleeping. Something in the milk ain't clean. Let me say, you say, so what? Was she saying that he was messing with her and Miss? I don't know. I don't know all the details behind it. To be honest, y'all, I didn't even watch that lady's live, so I don't know. I'm only speaking on a few things that I heard about through these streets, okay? But I didn't go over there and watch that live. You know, I don't watch. I stay from over there. I stay from over there, baby. I pay attention to my own paper, okay? You say team ad watching. Thank you, my love. Yes, hit that like button, y'all. Now you need to sit down with that old twisted. Now why y'all be typing stuff that y'all know I can't read on here? Yeah. Let me find out y'all be wanting me to lose my monetization, child. I cannot read that. What happened, Pop? Key, you gonna have to start from the beginning. That person is very calculated. She is. Because who really sits there and literally decides that they said the girl said she had like 200 V notes or something like that. I don't know how true that is, y'all, because like I said, I did not watch that live or anything like that, but just the thought of that. You got too much time on your hands, baby. Like, what's really going on? That is crazy to me. That is crazy. I would. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You say he don't need to build a woman. He going to have problems all the time. Facts. Find you somebody that's on your level. Period. That's probably the best chances right there. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. I appreciate you, my love. That's probably the best chance. Let me see. Let me go down. If he keeps attracting the same type of woman, he needs to self-reflect. They say we are we are what we attract. Now that saying is true. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I have heard that saying before. So I I honestly think, even though I feel like at the end of the day it's his life, he gonna move accordingly to how he feel. He's a grown man, but I personally feel like he should chill. Even though a lot of time been passed since he been separated, but things keep happening in the midst of that time passing. So I think I would go sit down with a therapist if I was him. Cause that I know that's a lot. That what he done been through, y'all, that's a lot. And please, a lot of people get therapy misconstrued and they think, oh, especially in our community, oh, you gotta be a crazy person. No, everybody need therapy. Like, and not even just to say need it, but you don't even have to need it to go to therapy. It's refreshing. You can unpack so much. That man lost his mama when he was what, 5? So he can definitely go sit down and unpack a lot. A lot of times we don't even realize how much we holding on to as adults that contributes to how we function in our adult life. I mean, that we holding on from kids that contributes to how we function in adulthood. Please don't sway away from that, especially what he been through. I don't know too many people that can handle what he been through. So that's why I said that. Like, he could definitely go sit down with a therapist just for some clarity, just to unpack, because they gotta be hell holding all of that in, and eventually that all of that you're holding in gotta go somewhere. It has to, y'all. Um, some men pick women they think they can control, mostly young women with nothing going on for themselves. Yes, I agree with you, Pop. Hey, Miss Stephanie. Hey, Miss Lovely. Danielle is going to keep bumping on your head. Um, you say Miss Season and RH still together. They're keeping it grown people style. I applaud them. And if they are, I applaud it also. I really do. I really do, because yeah, I mean, y'all done heard me say all throughout this live that I would like to see them together, but at the end of the day, it's not my choice. I just hope that because of what he's been through, that mentally he is ready for that type of situation, because Miss Season gives the type that she's an older woman, very beautiful. She don't look her age. So don't take when I say older as an insult. You know what I'm saying? But she got her ish together. And she ain't about no games. Like she all in. So, this hopefully if they are, because I didn't know that. I seen both of them come out here and say they were single. So that was the last thing I seen. When they were on that trip and when he fell, you see she didn't laugh. Her ASS was scared. She can't make him mad because he will put that ASS outside. I didn't see that. I didn't see where he fell on a trip. Now I did hear because I watched Harmony video where she said that when they went on that last trip, not the one that for his birthday, but the one before that, she said that she was sad. Like how you on a trip and you look sad, child. So I don't know. I know she didn't get rid of her boys to go live with Josh because he won't make room for them. You never know. Check to see if you get your coffee. Okay, let me see. Yay, I got him. Thank you, Lanika. Thank you, my love. You listen, you be cutting up. Shout out to you. You show me big support every time you catch my live. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, my girl. Let me see. You say, what are we talking about, please? We're talking about RH and the Simone situation. The girl that came out here and went on somebody's platform last night. And, well, she didn't go on the platform, but she released uh multiple, I guess, audio voice notes or emails to that lady over there, for it to be put out publicly. Conversations that she had with RH, basically showing she had dealings with him. I don't know if she was trying to budge Miss Season, like basically knock her off her square or get her out of her position, because that's what it was given based on what I was told. Okay, like she want that lady spot and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do by any means to get it. That's what it was given, child. So I don't know, but that's crazy to me because at the end of the day, women, you gotta have higher self esteem than that. If you don't know that you cannot make a man love you, you cannot make a man value you. And I said this yesterday because after I read those subliminal posts that Laonia put out yesterday about worth and relationships and the pickings being slim. One in particular, hold on, where she said, hold on, y'all. Let me see. Some of y'all probably wasn't in here. She said, can't be sneaky with me. I have spiritual gifts. Either I'm a dream it, feel it, see it, hear it, or find it. I'm telling you. And another one said, hold on. Dang, where is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on, y'all. Another one said, wait, that's not it. Oh, this one was from today. Oh, she posted this today. The most dangerous anger comes from a person with a good heart. They hold it in, my bad. Stay calm, smile, laugh, forgive until one day they can't take it anymore. Stop pushing good people too far. Like you've been posting stuff like this for 2 days, baby. What you trying to tell us? Just spit it out at this point. Spit it out. And then she posted, before you start your day, let's apologize to God. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the times I promised to change but slip back into old habits. I'm sorry for saying I follow you yet ignoring your word when I needed it most. I'm sorry for claiming to surrender everything while still clinging to my own plans. I'm sorry for thanking you in prayer but forgetting to live with gratitude. God, I failed you more times than I can count, but thank you for giving me another day. Please give me the courage to share this prayer with at least one person in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Let's disappoint the enemy today by putting God is great. So she posted that. It was on Instagram, y'all. And the crazy part is all of those stories that I read from yesterday to today was posted on Instagram, right? And the crazy part is Janashos is more active on Instagram than anything. So she was really trying to get his attention, baby. Wait, where's the other one? You are a gift. Some people can't appreciate the gift you are because they can't deal with the packaging you come in. And in this one, any woman can be replaced, but the one who stood by you when you had nothing, supported and encouraged you at your lowest, and chose you over men who could give her the world, that kind of woman is irreplaceable. And she captioned it by saying, facts. If you got a good significant other, you better hold on to her or him because, baby, the pickings is slim. They say before your blessings come, everything gonna fall apart to test your faith. That's another thing. And this is the last one she posted, y'all. I saw a TikTok that said matching energy will have you mirroring demons. That hits so deep because it's so easy to let people pull you out of character. But that's why staying in alignment with God is everything. Constantly choosing faith over flesh isn't always easy, but it's necessary. Energy transfers quickly, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself reflecting the very things you've been praying to rise above. Stay steadfast and maintaining pure energy, especially love. So, Laonia was posting all of that back to back yesterday, and then boom, here go uh Cuckoo Bird with her foolishness. That's why I say anytime something happen or something is on the horizon to happen with Laonia, here goes something with RH. Somebody posting something or saying something, child. But don't be fooled, y'all. Don't be fooled. Something is definitely going on over there. Something in the milk ain't clean like they say. And at this point, my thing is, right, and like I said yesterday, you shouldn't have to convince any man or any woman, we're going to speak for the fellas too, of your worth. If they can't see it, if they are dealing with you personally and they don't see what you worth, then that's not your person. Period. They're not the one for you. Stop trying to force something that doesn't fit. If that relationship is not adding value to you, let it go. Let it go. Because you're going to waste your own time and hurt your own feelings constantly holding on to something that means you no good. And we've seen that in the midst of this saga. We've seen, and you know what? Did I screenshot that other? For somebody, hold on, y'all. Since I'm thinking about it and talking about it, somebody came under my post. Okay, yep. We had another weirdo that came under my post yesterday and said that girl came out here one time and said what she went through. That don't mean it keeps happening. Ja X be with Bree and those kids every time he gets off and go home. Just because y'all don't see that man on Facebook all the time doesn't mean they broke up. Girl, what? First of all, this is how you know when a person ain't been in the midst of the saga. That whoever that is said that she only came out here one time about Janasha. I counted 4. And I could call some of it out. Okay, it was the time where she went on Instagram and she was speaking about how she did everything for him. His whole page belonged to her. How he was in Itch's DMs begging him to go places with him. How he dig his boogers and pluck them. And he's a Build-A-Bear. That was one. That was one. And then it was another time where what was the other one? Okay. The time where she came out and she was crying and she was like, "Oh, I know people gonna be like, what you doing out here crying and da 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 da." And yes, I got on Facebook and cried, and she wasn't going completely off, but she was still going off about him. Okay. And the time where she had the red on and she had the curly hair when she was crying at the doctor's appointment. Not to mention December where she crashed out in front of his house behind the 10K ring. And it was another instant, I can't remember. But the time before December where she started posting about him tripping her, going into the doctor's office, leaving a pregnant woman outside. That's 4. That's just 4 right there. So I don't know where this person came from. That's why I don't entertain those type of comments, because once you expose to me that you don't even know with everything that done transpired, I can't go back and forth with you because you wasn't even willing to educate yourself before even making a comment. You just responded with ignorance. Child, bye. You want to go toe to toe with some dialogue? Make sure you've been here since the beginning. Other than that, I can't. I can't do it with you because you don't know the whole story, baby. You only know a couple chapters. That girl that came out here multiple times about Janasha. Multiple. Why y'all think the last time she came out here, nobody really took her serious? Nobody really took her serious. And that's why. Because they tired at this point. They tired. You only get one chance to cry wolf on the internet. Hey, Auntie Pimo, you say speak that is talk. He needs to chill and therapy. I agree. I advise. And if anybody feel like me saying that is wrong, baby, you have a problem. Okay. When you care, when you actually care and support somebody, and you see a certain path, it's okay to speak up. Just like we get on the other side about always enabling behaviors and not speaking up and allowing this person to crash out. No, the one who cares won't allow you to crash out. They gonna get on you when they feel like you off your square. He got, because if not, he gonna end up with another lie on you. He almost ended up with one with this Looney Tune Hill. So be careful with the pickings. This is why it's good to work on yourself first before you get into another situation. Because if not, child, listen, it can end badly. Everybody don't have good intentions or the same intentions as you. Sometimes our intentions can be purer than the other person, and we end up in a situation because we thought everybody's intentions were like ours. No, can't go into it like that. Cannot go into it like that. His situation with his ex-wife was his warning. That was his basically his experience to know moving forward. Be careful. That was the precaution right there. Be careful moving forward. Let me see. Let me go down. You say Miss Season is a grown woman. She doesn't have time for games. I love how she carries herself. Yep. I know neither has ever come out and say they were an item, but did any of this destroy RH Season's friendship? I didn't watch the live. Nope. From what I heard, Miss Season good. She was like that. That man got her soul, baby. That's her man. Okay, that's her man. Her man. Her man. Whether they friends or not, and that's her choice. That's her choice. If that's who she wants, that is her choice. These are grown people. These are grown. Just like y'all say, y'all can't stop nothing of. Nobody trying to stop Laonia from being with her toxic baby daddy. That's what she want. That's what she want. But we can't speak against it based on what we see out here. We can speak on the toxicity that she puts out online. We can speak on it. It's freedom of speech. But if she want to keep putting herself through that, that's by all means. Have fun, have a time. Okay? Just know you waste your own time doing it. You waste your own time. Wasting your own time. I'm in the bushes and as I work, I like hit the like button, smash like button smash, full support. But as I come out when you spoke that real thank you, Auntie Pimo. You say RH Season sitting in a tree, kissing. First comes love, then come marriage, then come Season with a baby cat. Y'all crazy, bro. He do. Auntie Pimo say I support RH, but he needs to regroup and recover. I agree. I agree. Focus on you. Focus on you at this point. That way, you can really have your mental completely. Because that was a lot, y'all. What he went through and still going through, he's still going through it. That's the crazy part. That's a lot for anybody to bear. So you don't want to put yourself in a position when you already vulnerable, still vulnerable from something you still going through that affects you mentally, physically, and your livelihood. That's not healthy. Stay away from the floozies, like the old people say. Ooh, child, listen, steer clear. And but let me say this too, because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know a person's intentions. You don't know how they gonna turn out or what they gonna do. But if you do get any red flag, please take heed. Don't just ignore the red flags, baby. Okay? Do not ignore the red flags. If they are given, they given for a reason. So I gotta say that too, because you don't always know who the person you dealing with gonna be the one to snake. You don't know that, but you might get a sign. Don't ignore it. That's all I'm saying. Um, Let me go down. You say he needs to have some discernment about these women. Mila said RH and Laonia need therapy. Yep, I agree. My daughter needs therapy, need therapy. That will make that will make it right for her family. Hey Roz. Hey my love. Thank you, Miss V Love. Look, you say I was reading and scooping around Laonia's page. In some way, someone on her post said that you have us send money. You don't want us to see a picture of the twins. Oh, they already said they ain't showing them, child. They moving forward with the cartoon filter. Okay, the Proud family is in full effect. Hey, Kim Kobe. Listen, I think to be honest, I think she gonna show them when he gonna piss her off enough, and they have a breakup. I think that's when she gonna show him, like as a means to get back at him. Other than that, y'all don't hold your breath. Okay, don't hold your breath waiting to see these people cheering. He needs Miss Season. She's seasoned and ready to do ish. He gotta let the dusty ones alone. Free R8. Y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. Not let the dusty ones alone. Let me see. Let me go down. At least the children getting mommy time at this point. She will never change. Donnell don't want that girl. He just wants what her money. Yep, I agree. He's not the settle down type, and some men aren't. Like that's it. That's all. Hey, Miss Deborah. Hey, Tyrese. Some men aren't the settle down type, y'all. And it's unfortunate that they'll string women along and make it seem like that's what they want. But that's how people get hurt a lot of times. Doing stuff like that, playing with people's feelings. Um, let me see. Go down. Lemon pepper stepper getting on my last nerve. You say that boy is shame of that girl, or he don't want them women to know he has a girl at home. Shoot, you never know. He just posted a cartoon clip with him and the boy twin. That's all they posted. That is all they posted. I'm tired of seeing that, y'all. I'm tired of seeing that. When he was on the door camera saying that she that girl. Okay. Hey Dehan, what's up, bro? What's up? Let me go down. They need to bring them old school ways back because this new school way is whack. Bring back shame. Yep. And that's what they lacking. They don't care. It's like that. What happened to home training? What happened to dignity? What happened to a little bit of moral? Okay, a little bit of moral, a little integrity, a little self respect. All of that just went out the window. That is crazy. Okay, my love. Thank you, Miss Fila. All right, let me see. Mika say Miss Season's soul is beautiful. She is wise. I just love her. I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay. Hey, Tim back. Y'all with the names, child. Then she posted something about a good heart in her Ivy stories. I think I just read that one too. I read that one, but something is clearly going on. Even though he posted the cartoon where he said, Mommy's not here right now, but don't y'all be in here trying to tag team me. He did that video with the cartoon, but clearly something going on, child. Anytime Laonia start posting a subliminal relationship post, basically, I don't feel like she's trying to tell the world how good of a woman she is. We ain't with her. That be for him. Okay? That be for him. Even though they ain't near live together, but that be for him, y'all. The world don't care about her being a good woman with a good heart. We ain't trying to court her. That be for him. Those subliminals be strictly for his ass. But why at this point? Why are you trying to convince somebody that you clearly been dealing with for over 2 years? If he ain't got the picture by now, he will never get it. And if he's still messing up, he's going to continue messing up. That's just his character. You can't change a man, just like you can't raise a man. Shout out to K Michelle. If a man don't want to do right, he ain't gonna do right. Now, like I said yesterday, a man can want to change for a woman, but as a woman, you cannot change a man. Don't let it go over your head. That man gotta want to change because he see value in you, and he don't want to lose that value to the next man. So, but other than that, clearly she's not his person. Because when you keep clashing with the person you being with, that's not your person for real. Because you ain't gonna have them type of issues with or without kids. We all know kids don't keep a relationship together. Period. My bad, y'all. Yeah, kids don't keep no relationship together. Right, Lupac, a man will change for the right woman. Yep. And I just don't get it. Like, even though I feel like, let me be unbiased. Everybody, relationships have trials and tribulations. That's just relationships. Nobody is perfect. We all human at the end of the day. But how many are you going to go through before you realize this ain't it? A person is supposed to, logically, they're supposed to change for the better if the relationship is worth fighting for, right? But if they not, if they just going downhill, if it's getting worse and they not trying to change and years been passed, that should tell you. And please, because I played that clip yesterday where I play that clip for y'all where she was saying, uh I wonder what the next female gonna look like. I think I did. I can't remember if I did. I think I did though. But people in the comments was like, "Girl, why is you worried about the next female? Like, what? Why? Like, what? Don't do that because you will drive yourself crazy holding on to a relationship because you don't want the next woman to end up with a man that you settled for and settle for his behavior, and he put you through hell, and then the next woman get a king. You cannot worry about that. That just shows that he was that whoever he get with, if he do better for them, that's his person, and you wasn't, and yours is still out there. But do not try to hold on to that. And a lot of women make that mistake holding on to that man, thinking they gonna change by basically using the fact that um he might get with another woman and do better for that woman. Don't do that. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. You say, Pac, I was in my 20s, till my late 30s. Nope, never again. Exactly. We all done been there. Like, but at some point you gotta grow up. You gotta mature mentally through experience. And that's how like she has experience. Bump the I only been with 3 men in my whole life, girl. Bye. You might have had 3 years long relationships, but at the end of the day, just the fact that you had three, that's enough. If they were years long, that's your experience right there. You don't need 10. Who actually getting in 5 to 10 relationships just to learn a lesson or to say that's we're gonna make mistake. No, you're supposed to learn from your past and evolve, do better mentally, physically, all of that. Especially when you have kids, you can't make the same decisions you make when you were kidless. Because now every decision you make affects your children just like it affects you. No, that's not cool. That is not cool. And settling for a man just because he your baby daddy is even worse. Because now you you having your kids in a toxic environment, knowing that it can affect them and their upbringing. And then they be sitting in therapy later on down the line as adults telling a therapist how you settled and how it affected them growing up. Oh, it happens, baby. Trust the plus. It happens. Don't be that parent. Don't be that parent. Settling thinking you doing your kids a favor. Try them cheer and be straight. I got a meme in my phone right now. I gotta find it and I'm gonna post it on the community wall. But it's literally a meme that says, uh, when people say they making it work in a relationship for the baby or something like that, and then they say, "Here's the baby," and it's a picture of it's a picture of Mekhi Phifer smoking a cigarette with a little baby hat on and a baby bib. Talk about the kid. So that's a good that's a good example right there, showing the kids be stressed out too based off of the adult problems. Like, don't do that. Don't stay. Don't, a lot of times we don't want to have broken homes and this and that, but if the home ain't healthy, then guess what? Like, no, no. The goal is not to have broken homes, but this is why you also need to court and make sure the person that you decide to procreate with is your person. I was watching the K Michelle and Cam Newton interview, and she was basically putting it off on black men and saying how, when will black men stop with the broken homes? And I had to kind of disagree, because we can't just put that off on black men. Yes, they are supposed to lead and be the leaders, but guess what? We still hold a lot of power in that situation, because if you procreate with a man and you become single, guess what? You left with them kids, not that man. Not that man. So that give you just as much responsibility of those type of decisions when you dealing with somebody. No, it ain't just on the men, it's on us too. And this is why I say you need to make sure you are financially prepared before you decide to procreate. Because you gotta think like you single, even if you in a relationship. If you not married to that man and y'all having a baby, you are a single woman. Unless you're married, you a single woman, because that man can leave at any given moment. Not saying you hoping for the worst, but you have to consider it, because he can leave at any given moment, and guess who's stuck with that baby? You. So we can't just put the broken home situation off on the men, because women contribute to it too. Because you got a lot of women out here that will literally prey on a man due to their finances. They use those kids as tickets, as pawns. So we can't just put it all on the men. We can prevent that cycle also. You know, it ain't just our men, child. I didn't like that. Y'all know me. I advocate for both men and women, because I got 2 sons and 1 daughter. So I'm gonna speak up for both. We ain't gonna just let the men hold all the responsibility just because they are supposed to be the leaders. No, because women, then that's kind of hypocritical, because then when we want equality, equal rights, and we want, the same privilege as the man, make it make sense. Make it make sense. No, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that, y'all. Okay? And then her supporters believe she lied on Janelle, but telling the truth about the child. I did not talk about that already, because I said the difference with that situation is we actually have proof. That makes all the difference. See, with RH, right? She didn't have no proof, y'all. Regardless of what these people say, the lady didn't have no proof. And if she did, she would have gave it to the judge. Go look at the divorce decree. I say that all the time. If you want to know what happened in that situation, the divorce decree is public record. It will tell you everything you need to know. That lady said she was forced out of that marriage, and not a DV situation was mentioned. Period. Secondly, when it comes to Janostrals, we saw a picture of a bruise and a scratch on her neck. We seen the text messages. She said it herself, but she also had the receipt to prove it. Like, come on now. It's a difference. It's a difference. With RH, she didn't have none of that. Besides her saying certain things. No, ain't nobody just rocking off your word, ma'am. And we didn't do that with Janashas. And I don't like that narrative is being painted, because don't act like we didn't believe her with RH, but we believe in her with Janelle. And that's not the case. We're believing the facts, baby. Period. We're going to, well, at least I know I am. I go off of the facts. Not just he say, she say. She didn't even have a history. Shout out to my sis, because we was talking about this yesterday. But she didn't even have a history of text messages, a paper trail, just like how she did for Janashas. You had her talking with friends saying, oh, he did this and he did that. Oh, we outside the police station. Da, da, da. She ain't had none of that with RH. She didn't have none of that. Okay? How about it? And if you want to say, oh, well, she had people that came out, yeah. And those very same people also came out later and said, I ain't never seen nothing besides what she showed y'all. Oh, I ain't seen that man hit her. I was defending my friend. What? What? Oh, okay. How about it? We're going to go off of the facts, baby. Period. You know you can't just take nobody's word, especially this saga. That is crazy. But anyways, y'all, I'm finna get up off of here. Y'all know I try to go 2 hours sometime, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I took a whole meal, child. I should have waited to eat before I got on live, because that food make me sleepy. But anyways, I will be back tomorrow with another one. I went live a little later today because there was a lot going on, y'all. But tomorrow, I need to try to do a morning live. Hopefully tomorrow I could try to get one in the morning, because I have a lot of supporters that I don't see in the afternoons or the evenings, but I see them in the morning. So hopefully I could try to get a morning. Tomorrow is Friday too, baby. Okay? Tomorrow is Friday. So we're going to turn up a little bit. Well, I ain't playing no music because I ain't trying to get monetized, but hopefully something happened. Not nothing too crazy. Let me not talk too fast. Shut up, Pop. Some content word. Let me shut up. Child, I'm tired. Y'all about to go get in that shower, get my gelato, get in that bed. I still ain't watched Straw. I got so much shows to catch up on, y'all. I've been missing all my shows. I be having too much going on. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl. Hey, Miss Hasana, love you. Shout out to you. Y'all know we ain't seen Miss Hasana in a minute, y'all. I hope all is well with you. Oh my eyes. But I love y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Luke Hawk, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold, and real, this Lupac baby. Capiche?
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined. Got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching
This ain't rumors, this is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lupac, baby, where every video got purpose.